Hey everyone, back for another Dolly video, and today I have come back with my custom MPGIS Most Popular Girls in School Deandra doll, and she has been fully rerooted. So, this is her finished hairstyle. It's pretty much the original type of hairstyle that these dolls come with. So for those of you who don't know, I do have... So yeah, this is like some of the dolls. The one in my previous video I was talking about was this one. I actually have this outfit, and that's actually the exact top part to the dress. So they basically took this top and stitched it to the dress. So yeah, but I have the top portion that I could just put on over this. But yeah, this fashion doll, that's what some of them were called, just fashion doll, but they were called, like, here we go. So, fashion girl. So yeah, some of them were called fashion girl. That's the logo that I remember. That was the same packaging that this doll had come in. She was in a baggie like this. And like I said, the dolls were just parts. Like, whoever had gone back into the little toy section had taken these dolls off the little hangers, which that's usually, yeah, right there is where they hang them up on these, like, metal hanger things. So whoever had gone back there, I guess, just threw them around and all that, and so literally they would pop apart. Like, they would pop in half, the arms would pop off, so this girl was literally a bag of parts. So, but yeah, I kind of just bought her as a joke, you know, back then. I thought it was funny, because I was like, literally, it's like I bought a bag of parts. So yeah, I thought that that was kind of funny, but that was the, that was a logo, and all that she came in. Then they did have the, other variants that had the orange colored eyes and the brown eyeshadow. That, let me go back. As you can see, there, it's kind of a fuzzy picture, but you can see that that's what, and I think the lips are darker too, so, but it's the exact same head mold, the exact same facial screening, same hairstyle, same hair color. It's just mine has different color variation as far as like the makeup and the eye color goes, but it's still the same exact face design and all that. But yeah, that's what the original one. So the eyeshadow is like a brown, and then the I remember seeing these in person at Albertsons, so that's where I got her. They had these dolls everywhere. 99-cent store, Albertsons, Dollar General. They were just everywhere back in like the 2010s. So they were very common to find. But yeah. But yeah, I remember seeing them in person, and the eyes did look orange, so I'm assuming they were trying to make brown eyes, but they didn't get the right pink color. So because of that, I thought that the dolls looked weird, so that's why I went with her. Cause yeah, and I liked the purple eyeshadow better. But yeah, they do have, I feel like their face mold is a mix between like the Generation Girl face and the Teen Skipper face, because they do have that little dimple like right there, which the Generation Girl face does have. So yeah. But unlike the original doll, I did go in and I added tons more hair. I added, like, you can see the row of plugs that I did behind there. So I did like 12 of those going all the way back. So she could have a full head of hair. And then, of course, I curled her hair because that was... Let me see. Where's an original picture? There we go. So yeah, the original hairstyle was very, like, messy. That's usually how these dolls come. They have, like, when they root the hair in, it's, like, pre-curled. So it's naturally... I went and put rollers in, like, handmade rollers that I had constructed from straws, and then I used bobby pins to hold the straws in place, and then I dunked the rollers in boiling water, and then cold water to set the style. And yeah, this is basically the original hairstyle that these dolls usually came with. Just curled hair, and it was thrown up into a ponytail and called it a day. That was it. Fairly simple, but I think I recreated it fairly decently. The curls came out nice. It looks pretty much like what the curls are what the curls originally look like. So yeah, I'm going to put a clear elastic, but yeah, she's got a way fuller head of hair now. So yeah, there's no... I thought about going in and rooting a part line in there so that I could take her hair down at some point, but I think I just want to leave her like this with the original ponytail situation. So yeah, that is her complete... If I've come across any of these that have the darker makeup, like the lips and the brown eyeshadow and the interestingly orangey colored eyes, definitely going to be picking those up. And I will do an updated version, like make a custom Deandra out of one of those ones, if I can find one. But yeah, I do have some, here, let me go get them real fast. So in this bag, I've got Kidcore Katie dolls. Like I said, I collect clone dolls. So in Kidcore Katie, just a random backstory, was like a... Kidcore is the company that makes these Katie dolls. And they're stored in here with the ones I'm going to show off. But yeah, since they're in here, I thought I'd mention them. But yeah, all kinds of clone dolls that I collect. So Kidcore was the company that made this Katie doll. And she was basically like a Stacy substitute. So like an alternative to Stacy, which is Barbie's second youngest sister. So yeah. But as you can see, back then they also had these ones. Oh, my nose is itchy. Yeah, these were from around the same time. These were actually at Dollar Tree, and look what they have. They did the same thing with these. So they originally had given them like blue eyes and stuff, but... See, I'd already had these, and I think that's why I didn't choose the dolls that look like that, because I already had these. But yeah, they did the same thing with these ones. They gave them the brown eyeshadow, the darker lips, and then the orangey colored eyes. So I guess around the like early 2010s, that was a popular thing clone doll companies were doing. Was they were doing orange eyes, brown eyeshadow, and like darker lips on clone dolls, and she's rooted just like those ones were. Just the middle, and the head is hard as well, which that is how this doll is. Her head is a little harder. Like, it's easier to squish than that one, but yeah. So I already had dolls that had this sort of color palette with their face paint, so I was like, eh. But now I regret not getting the ones that I had seen. Yeah, some of them need a reroot, so this one's better. They were like fairy dolls that you could get at Dollar Tree back in like 2010, like 2010, 2011 maybe. Yeah, very cheapy fairy dolls. But again, same brown eyeshadow. So these could be like little mini MPGIS characters. So maybe I'll make like preteen versions of the characters at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, they stay in here with my Kidcore Katie collection. Because these are basically Stacy size. These ones actually use the Star Team We Three Friends Stacy head mold. So those lines. So yeah, that's the same head mold. Just shrunken down. So yeah, if you see We Three Friend, like if you know what the We Three Friends Star Team Stacy dolls, if you've seen those, this is the same head mold used for those. Now there was original ones. Yeah, here we go. This one's like from 2006, somewhere in there. So yeah, they did the same thing. They originally had painted the teeth and done different colored eyes. But then later versions, they stopped painting the teeth and did different colored eyes and stuff. So it's kind of the same situation with these. Maybe the same company was designing them, or like, I don't know. But yeah, that is where they stay. So yeah, I already had dolls like that. So I guess that was my defense of why I didn't get one of the ones like that. But had I known, I would have definitely... Well, actually, I think right after I got this one, in like 2012 rolled around, and then I saw this series. And then I went back to that same Albertsons, and all the dolls were gone. So even though they were just a bag of parts, I guess somebody had got them. So yeah, I went back and none of them were there. I would have totally bought another bag of doll parts just so that I could have one of these. But had I known, you know, of course nowadays, if I hadn't known, I probably would have got them anyway, because my passion for clone dolls has just grown more. So, but yeah, that is her. She's still on that old school. Actually, let me see if I can find the head that originally went to that body. So yeah, this right here was the original head for that body right there. And she's literally... She has the same exact screening as those smaller dolls I just showed. The fairy ones. It's literally the same screening for the eyes, which is crazy. But this is like... Those ones are from like 2010, and this one is like from 2006. But yeah, you can see how shiny the face is. Yeah, her head is kind of sticky. Like you can see it sticking into my finger. That's the plasticizer that the plastic is made with, leaking out. And yeah. Yeah, these were just random. There was a redhead that I also got as well. I don't have her body anymore. Her head is somewhere. I don't remember where. But I still have her. She's somewhere. But yeah, she was the original doll that was on that body. Right there. From the Dollar Tree. Ages and ages ago. But the whole back part of her hair... I actually, you know, when I got these, I got them for, like, play dolls. I was gonna, like, play with them and, like, brush their hair, even though they had barely any. Let me see. So I think they actually did do 2 rows, like 1 extra row behind it, but it's rooted so close to the hairline that it's hard to see. So yeah, they did like an extra row and then the back of the hairline. And that was it. But yeah, I have nostalgia with her, even though she's got a crooked, wonky eye. Like, this eye is way too far over there. I think the other one I have is like that too. Very interesting face mold. Like, very pronounced cheeks and stuff like that. This is another reason I like clone dolls, is some of them come with their own unique face molds. And this was not a face mold that was ever used by Mattel. This was, I don't even know the origins. Yeah, it says made in China on the back. But yeah, I've washed her over and over and she eventually gets sticky again. So I don't know what I'm going to do with her. But at this point, I'm just refusing to get rid of her. But anyway, that was the original doll that went on this body. And yeah, this body did get cracked at some point. I was kind of careless with this doll and I kind of threw her around a bit back in the day. But yeah, there's the 2006 stamp on there. Made in China and all that. But I thought she was a pretty good match to go on this body, which is more sturdy than her original body was. The other thing about the actual Deandra is I was shocked at this. I didn't even notice it before, but like this material on this one gets cut off, but on the original Deandra doll, the material goes all the way around, which is impressive for a 99-cent store doll. But yeah, this was the doll that came in this dress, which was another one of these, but her teeth weren't painted, and her paint job was a little more sloppily done. But yeah, that one was a doll I found at the Dollar General. So yeah, they literally had these all over multiple locations. So, but yeah, that is her. Yeah, and they even didn't root on the actual line. You can see the line where they were supposed to, like the guide where they were supposed to go by. And they made it way up there. I went and added a bunch of new plugs along the back of the hairline, a bunch of new holes, because like literally if you see like this one, like I went in and added like one and then another one because it was really, really gappy. Especially over here, I went over to this area and put a bunch of new plugs in. Yeah, you can see the line where the guide they're supposed to go by when they root the hair in. So yeah, but she has nylon hair. It is not poly hair at all. I don't do poly hair. She does have a blemish on her chin. I don't know what that's from. I think I saw one on her scalp as well. So maybe I'll have to do stain removal treatment on her. But for now, this is her. Pretty original looking. Because this is pretty much the original hairstyle. She just has better quality hair and a lot more of it. So, and it's a lot more professionally styled than the way it originally was. It was very, very messy originally. This is a little bit messy, but I wanted it to be that way because that's how the dolls were originally styled. I always found it amusing, like whenever they went to pose these dolls, and I always found it interesting with like clone dolls that have this like ball, so you can see up in there. Well, here, let me. So yeah, the head just pops right off, but the ones that have like this ball system, let me see if I can pop her back on. There we go. So their heads pose they have a very interesting look when you want them to turn like this, like go side to side like that. I always thought it looked really funny, and so in the series, sometimes they'll make the head go over super far, and especially on Deandra. So, like, it'll look like this. And with the stop motion, it just looks so much more funny. So, like when they're trying to be sassy or something like that, and they're just giving attitude. I just freaking love that. It's awesome. But yeah, the fact that the creators use clone dolls just makes it a lot more funny and amusing. And it's right up my alley because I've always been into knockoff, bootleg, dollar store, clone Barbies. I always thought they were super interesting. Especially when they came with their own face molds, which this one, I think this is literally a combination of the Generation Girl face mold with the Teen Skipper. Like, the mouth looks like Teen Skipper's mouth, but the rest looks a lot like the Generation Girl face. Even the way the ears are sculpted. So I think this is like a mashup of two different head molds. Which they can definitely do, because like most of the sculpting that dolls go through is done by computer. So they would just have to... I don't know if they could like scan two different head molds and like combine the two. I don't know how they would do that, but I've like compared this with like the skipper face, stuff like that. Here, let me see. I should have a skipper doll nearby. Here, let me go get one. So here we go. This is a comparison. Yeah, the nose definitely looks like Generation Girl. But if you can see the mouth, the way the mouth is sculpted, it looks identical to Teen Skipper. The Teen Skipper face mold. But she does not have the Teen Skipper face mold. Head mold does not have a dimple on the side. But who does? Oh, wow. Let me see if I can show it off. There it is. So yeah, you can see a little, barely see it, but there's a little dimple right there. And that's what she has. But the mouth is wrong. The mouth is this one. Yeah, you can see that mouth, and you look at that one. So that's why I'm like, it is a mashup of Teen Skipper and Generation Girl Barbie. Let me look at the nose. Yeah, the nose is pretty much the same. But it's Teen Skipper's mouth. It's Generation Girl Barbie's head with Teen Skipper's mouth. So see, that's what fascinates me about clone dolls. That's one of the many things that fascinates me about them. It's literally the Generation Girl head mold with Teen Skipper's mouth. How they did that. Like, they must have gone onto the computer and edited it or something, tweaked it, something like that. Oh yeah, now I can actually show you all one of the older ones. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, in Walmart and their little, like, fun section where they had, like, fun things like bouncy balls and silly putty and stuff like that, just fun little things, yo-yos. in Walmart back in like 2005, 2006, they had fashion dolls. This one originally had red hair. This is not her body. Her original body fell apart ages ago. But it is the same head mold, and the screening is pretty much the same too, with the two lashes on the inside, and then these lashes. And you have the two white dots that go that way. The paint job is more bulky, but it's still the same type of screening. But yeah, this is one of the earlier ones from like 05, 06. And Walmart had tons of these. They all seem to have, well, the majority of them had like this tan skin, but they had like different makeup and hair. So like this one had like red lips and red and yellow eyeshadow, but the majority of them had like pink and yellow with pink lips. And those ones were mainly the blonde ones. They also had brunette ones as well. But yeah, they were just cheap dolls that Walmart had, and they did have a little bit more rooting. I think this one originally, I think she had bangs. I think she originally did, and then I must have cut them off because I don't remember the bangs all that well. Yeah, and then there's the original indention. Instead of it just being a line, it's like an indention where the guide was for them to root, and they made her forehead way up there. But yeah, that is pretty much an original. And there could be older ones, I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, she originally had like red hair, reddish auburn hair. I don't even remember what her outfit looked like. It was so long ago. But yeah. So yeah, that is one of the OG dolls. Yeah, that's kind of the origins of the MPGIS fashion dolls, is these ones that Walmart used to have ages ago. So yep, and I've got several of these. Just dolls that they were cheap too. They were like 80 something cents. Like, they were fairly cheap, like inexpensive, but they had more hair than these ones come with. Not by much, but there was like 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of plugs on the inside with the perimeter. Some of them did come with their hair thrown up into a ponytail, but some of them had like the sides pulled up and it was like curled. This one had straight hair, and the hair like went down to like right here. She's on a lovely Patsy body right now that has a broken arm that I glued in so it does not move. But yeah, she will get rerooted very soon. Her original hair was gross, polypropylene hair, and I had to remove it. It was just nasty. So I do have a hair color that was like her original hair, but I might just do like Ariel red hair on her. I don't know. But for now, that's her. My custom Deandra doll. So far. And I think her hair turned out very nice. It turned out decent. It looks very faithful to the original hairstyle. I wanted to make the hair plugs really bulky in the front, because that's usually how they root these. Because they're not giving them very much hair to begin with. So, they usually make the hair plugs super, super bulky. And I don't know, I've always been fascinated by, like, seeing the individual plugs. I don't know, I always liked that. I always thought it looked interesting, and it's, like, really satisfying to look at. Especially after you reroot a doll. And I try to make my plugs look as factory done as possible. So, like, any person just walking by, like, if you were to see this doll at a thrift store or something, I wanted it to be like you wouldn't be able to tell that she'd been rerooted. That's basically how I like to do it. I don't know how I do it. That's just how I've learned, like, taught myself how to do. So the only way someone would be able to tell that this doll was rerooted is if they knew something about these ones. Like, oh, they originally came bald in the middle and this one isn't. Or if they popped her head off and saw all the... Because I did the knot method. Oh, crap, her head just went flying. But yeah, I'm not sure if you can see in there. But I did do a bunch of... There we go. You can see the little blonde colored knots. So yeah. So yeah, that is the method that I use. Let's see if I can get her head back on. Again. But yeah, they wouldn't be able to tell unless they popped her head off or knew about these dolls. So yeah, that's her new hair. And yeah, I just like her very classic fashion doll look. Like throwing the hair up into a ponytail. It's very like classic dollar store fashion doll vibes. So I really like the aesthetic of this. So yeah, anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. More videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.